Google's been de-indexing billions of website pages. You can see in this SERP volatility graph that it's been pretty high volatility across Google search for the last few weeks at the end of May, beginning of June. Now, a lot of people are calling this the June 2025 spam update, and it's aiming at targeting low quality website pages. You can see this is a website in particular that has gone from having over 200 pages indexed to almost just 100 pages indexed. And there's a lot of sites being hit like this in recent weeks. And this is interesting that normal websites are struggling. And this doesn't come as a massive surprise. Google's been going this way a lot recently, especially in the wake of AI content and websites producing a lot of AI generated articles that are just regurgitated slop. Google is preferring to rank UGC websites and forums and social media. This is a brand new channel. I'm putting out content every single day, trying to help people drive more traffic to their websites, build better digital assets. So if you get anything from this video, please hit the subscribe button and comment with your thoughts below. Take Reddit, for example, here. You can see their astounding growth over the last couple of years. It's just crazy how much more traffic they've been getting. YouTube as well. You can see this massive growth since 2023, particularly in the last year as well. It's doubled again. TikTok, a similar graph you can see here for its traffic and its keyword rankings, growing to over 1 billion per month. That's crazy. And so what you need to know next is that there's another UGC content bomb coming, both from social media websites and AI platforms themselves. The first is Instagram. Instagram is changing its indexing rules. Now, traditionally, Instagram has said, do not index our content, and it's up to the user to select whether they want their content to be indexed, which most people don't bother to change that setting. Well, from July the 10th, Instagram content will automatically be available for indexing by search engines. That means all the content that's publicly available on Instagram is going to be available for search engines, ChatGPT, other AI, Perplexity, those platforms, to index and show to users. So you'll start to see your public facing content actually be shown in AI search results and Google search results. So if you're trying to grow a professional business or a content output, and making sure your content is keyword optimized and has the right context is going to become even more important, as you can get it shown on different platforms. And you might be thinking, well, I've seen Instagram content on search before. Well, Instagram has always asked search engines not to index its content through a robot's txt file, but sometimes that gets ignored. But the default setting is do not index. Now, everything that's public facing that hasn't been selected otherwise is going to be available for Google to index. So again, if you don't want your content indexed on search engines, you might want to go and double check your settings in there. So Instagram are getting in on this action now that we've seen from the other UGC content sites, which is interesting considering everyone is so keen to create AI content, but it seems no one really wants to read AI generated content. People actually prefer reading human user generated content on sites like Reddit, YouTube, TikTok. But interestingly, AI platforms like Perplexity in particular have been starting to see massive organic growth in their results. And they've got their own tactic to try and get this user generated content style flowing within Perplexity. Now, if you don't know Perplexity, it's kind of similar feeling to ChatGPT. It's an LLM where you can ask it anything and get results, do deep research and all that sort of thing. It actually focuses heavily on research and providing factual information. It's almost a direct competitor to Google in terms of it works well as a search engine first, combining the benefits of AI LLMs with searching for factual information. But they also have a really important section in this Discover area where it almost works like a normal website and a news website where you can click into articles that have been curated by particular people. So you can see this is curated by Daily Ed. They've been creating news articles. You can see this is stuff about Russia and drone strikes and things like that. Now, what's even more interesting is these pages are being indexed by Google. I've got some examples here of this is the search term that Bill Gates believes AI will enable a three-day work week. And you can see the position 2 here is Perplexity. You can actually click into this article on Perplexity, which has been curated by dailies, and read on this subject. It's an AI generated article basically, which are being added and indexed in Google. You can see there's another search term here, which is Doubletree versus Hilton, kind of we're used to seeing those sort of blog posts and things that it's got an AI overview, but you can see down here in this position, you've got another Perplexity article here, curated by this CDT Elliot. That's not me, but it gives a nice overview for people to go and read about this subject. I've actually been testing this out for myself to see, like, can I rank this UGC in quotes curated content on search engines like Google with Perplexity pages. So I've tried one here, custom GPTs versus projects. Now, they're really easy to create. You can go and go into the library and hit this plus button and hit play page, and you can start creating a page. So you could say, you could do anything. It gives you some examples down here of what you could create, or you can create your own one. So you could say, like, the popularity of cricket in India as your article title, and it's going to go and basically start writing and curating an article here. You can see it's got an introduction. It's even got images in here, sources, and almost like, I guess this is kind of like almost like a Wikipedia page, but this is pretty cool for research. But also, it's already published. It's still writing, and it's already published this page. You can see this other one that I built. Where were we in my library here, projects versus custom GPTs. The cool thing about it is you can edit this page. So I could say, like, actually, I want my title to be a little bit more SEO friendly. So I wanted it to be chat GPT projects versus custom GPTs to make it a little bit more SEO friendly. But it's nicely written. It's got sources. Actually, this is more informational than a lot of SEO content I read, but you can add more media in here as well, which is pretty cool. It's going to go and it's pulled this YouTube video in here, but we could change this out and say, chat GPT projects versus custom GPT, search for that and see what media we can actually take and put in our article. We can see this one actually here. This is a great video that I watched yesterday that is great to add in here. It's well worth a watch if you're looking at custom GPTs and chat GPT projects, but we can add that in. We can tweak it around. We can even change images over top. So if you can get these ranking as this curated content style, then you can actually go, and I'm testing this out with some client stuff as well, and add in your clients' branded pictures. Maybe it'll be interesting to see how this develops, and I don't know how long Google will continue to rank this stuff. I guess we'll have to see in a matter of time, but it's definitely worth testing at the moment as a way to get more content out really quickly with your narrative in there, basically, because you can go and edit this introduction. You could rewrite certain things. You could get it to focus on different areas. So we can hit done, and you can say, you could literally share this, or you can grab the link, and if we open up another window, pop that link in there. So it'll be interesting to see how this platform evolves in terms of news directed by people and users being like, I want to know about this subject, let's research and publish on that really quickly. It's an interesting battle at the moment, how human UGC content is dominating search results, and the way that Perplexity and LLMs are maybe starting to bridge that gap in a useful way for people in curating stuff that people want to see, rather than leaving you with a blank search to start with.